So, we're here to talk about the future of the Defenders, at least what the rumors are suggesting on top of what we've heard before. First, that they might be coming back to FX, probably Daredevil first.
Yes.
But then a potential future in films, so let's get into that.
I would love to have them back. It's going to be interesting, though, if they're sitting there and they're talking about them as the Defenders. That, to me, makes it sound like we're not getting a conclusion to Luke Cage. We're not going to get a conclusion to Iron Fist. We haven't watched the last season of Jessica Jones because we knew it was going to be canceled because, hey, why are we going to watch something that potentially has no conclusion? So it's going to be interesting how they want to take that.
So here's my take on it. I could see an easy explanation. Like Luke Cage, yes, he became like the crime lord empire, right?
Yeah.
But you could be like, feasibly, he saw what was happening, Endgame happens, he's like, I gotta clean up the streets. I could see his Iron Fist. He went over, the series ends, for now, the series ends, he's clearly the immortal Iron Fist, he can shoot guns and empower them.
Yep, and he also has both, it's not just one hand.
That's kind of a conclusion where you could jump forward from being like, oh, he found himself, they're back. Daredevil, same thing, although Kingpin knows his identity.
Yes.
So that's a big one, and all his friends. And then, obviously, you have Jessica Jones. Again, we have no idea how that went, because we didn't watch it.
I'm going to guess because of how everything was going, they hopefully gave it a better conclusion.
Yeah, so I'll believe that. My thing is, I believe we will see Daredevil return, guarantee on FX.
Oh, yeah.
And these characters showing up in movies. I think that is possible. And possibly even on Disney Plus as well, because there's just, why not? It makes the universe look bigger.
Yes, especially because these are characters that a lot of people loved, because if you didn't see the movies, you watch Netflix, and there, I think, is probably a good handful of people that will never go and see the movies, my old coworker being one of them, but she loved every single one of the Netflix shows and she watched them all. So that's a really big market that if they decide to do nothing with them, you're kind of excluding them.
I've literally seen people talk about how much they loved Luke Cage.
Oh, yeah.
And they had no idea it was a Marvel thing up until they're like, oh, it's a Marvel thing, huh? It's like, you didn't see the Marvel logo? Like, what
they
did you
skip
think
the
that
logo
like,
every time.
Like, they don't care. It's like, oh, this looks like a good show. So there is that amount of it. And I personally feel it's like, you could take that approach where you're like, we don't need these characters per se to come back and have these shows, but let's say you get to, I don't know, what's something that's going to be right around the corner? Let's say She-Hulk.
There you go. Yes.
And she's in New York.
And she's also a lawyer.
There's Matt Murdock. Oh, also, there's something happening in Harlem. There's a crime case. Jennifer's going to investigate it.
There you go.
Here's the dude that's running Harlem. Again, you can include these characters and, you know, you don't need to exclude them, but, and there is that possibility. I know people will say, but how will I know who this character is if I've never seen the other movie? Again, I guarantee you, there is at least 30 to 40% of people that watched Infinity War and Endgame, and they did not watch
Ant-Man
Homecoming, Ant-Man, or Black Panther even.
That's true.
Because the numbers would all even out if they watched them, but still, they got a way of handling these characters in such a way that if you're new, you get it.
Yeah.
If you've been there a long time, they'll make a few sly references that you're like, ah. Like, for example, you know, Civil War. When he mentions, oh, hi, you know, Clint, my name, Black Panther says, I don't care.
Yes.
When he's back, he remembers his name is Clint. To everyday people, maybe you didn't watch Civil War, that's kind of, that they know each other, but we get the reference. So I think there's a way they can handle this.
So then what movie would you potentially see them coming in? Because, like, right now, the movies that we have are big, grand, kind of either magical with Doctor Strange, or you have Captain Marvel up in space.
Yeah, none of that.
Blade is probably one of the only closer movies that we have.
Grounded, yeah.
That's grounded enough to be able to have these characters. But typically these characters don't interact in...
So I could say maybe Daredevil, you could fit him in with Blade.
Yes.
If it's like in New York, you know, the nightlife, I think that could work. And then you also have Moon Knight coming. Again, he's gonna most likely be centered around New York. So there is that crossover where you could bring him in. But again, we only have 2 years worth of films. We don't know what's coming after that. So
That's true.
There's a lot to kind of unpack here. But in my heart, I believe they will be back. There's no way to turn these characters away. At least Daredevil.
Yeah, especially like these actors. We've actually met half of the cast of the Defenders. The only person we haven't is Jessica Jones. And absolutely all of them loved it and were devastated. Like, these people grew up liking these types of characters, and then they get to be able to portray them, and Disney's not gonna sit there and be like, we're gonna recast you. As long as everything goes nice and smoothly with the Netflix contracts ending, there's no way that they're not.
And
they
end right around the time where they can start making announcements for 2023, 24, and beyond. So a little bit of time, and these actors, give them time to go do other projects, and if they don't take off, there you go.
I can definitely see by like D23, because D23 is where they did a lot more of the Disney Plus type of stuff.
Every 2 years that D23 happens.
So next D23, I can see a lot of news coming, and that's how you just break it. Like, just like they did with San Diego Comic-Con, being like, oh, FYI, we have Blade.
Yeah, it's like, oh, so you guys have been asking and wondering what's up with some characters that we haven't seen in a while. Well, here's Charlie Cox, and now it's Kevin Feige doing it. So, I have a feeling it's going to happen. And like they said, everything from TV's going back to movies and vice versa now. So it's coming.
And we get them correctly. Like, mind you, I did like how they did it in Defenders with Netflix, but it felt so thrown.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like now they actually can build it even more and have a coherent going forward. So, I can see Defenders being a movie. That being the movie after Disney Plus.
Who knows? Anything's possible. What do you guys think? Where do you think it goes?